Hi everyone, in this lesson we will focus on how to create a frequency table and a line plot of a set of data. So a frequency table is just a table that lists all data values and uses tally marks or some other devices to show the number of times each data value occurs. And it usually has 3 columns of information like the example below. A line plot is a graphical way to organize data along a number line where the axis or other symbols, which some popular ones are triangles and dots, above a number representing how often each value is mentioned. A line plot is just another way to show the frequency table. In the example below, 12 data values are given. In order to put that into a frequency table, we first need to identify the different numbers in the data, which are 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Then we need to count how many times each number repeats. For 2, there are 4 of them, so we need to make 4 tally marks under the tally column, which also translates to the numerical 4 on the frequency column. For 3 and 7, there are 2 of each, so 2 tally marks under the tally column, and that translates to 2 under the frequency column. For 8, 9, 10, and 11, each number only appears once. To turn this information into a line plot, we first need to identify the minimum, which is basically the smallest number on the list, and the maximum, which is the largest number, and they are 2 and 11 in this case. Then we fill in the rest of the numbers on the number line between the minimum and the maximum values. Since there are no specific information about what the data values mean, we will just label the line plot as numbers. Now to translate the frequency table into a line plot, we will put 4 axes on top of the 2, 2 axes on top of the 3, also 2 axes on top of the 7, and 1 X on each of the 8, 9, 10, and 11. Notice how there are no values for 4, 5, and 6? You still have to put them down because the number line used for a line plot must have consistent intervals. Since we had skipped counting by 1, we need to put them down. The third vocabulary we need to go over is cluster. It means a group of numerical values that are close to one another. Look at the data set above. The data values cluster around 2 and 3. So the cluster in this case equal to 2 and 3. The next vocabulary is gap, which refers to the empty space within the graph. The empty space on this line plot is in between the values 4 to 6, so the gap of this dataset is 4 to 6. The range of a dataset is determined by the maximum value of the dataset subtracting the minimum value. In this case, the maximum value is 11 and the minimum value is 2, so the range is 9. The last word on the list is the word mode. It is referring to the value that shows up the most frequent in a dataset. On this line plot, all you are looking for is the tallest X on the list, which is 2 in this example, so the mode equals to 2. Okay, here is something more about the mode. Do you know that there can be more than one mode in an example? Since mode is only defined as the number that happens the most often, if 2 values in the dataset have the same amount of values, then they both can be the mode. So take a look at the example below. In a car crash, 11 cars were tested to determine what impact speed was required to obtain minimum bumper damage. Find the mode of the speeds given in miles per hour below. Notice how both the 18 and the 24 appear 3 times, so they are both the mode of this example. Once again, the mode in this example is 18 and 24. Okay, that's it for the lesson.